Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today let's talk about the Walking Dead comic, Will Negan Lead Again? Two things. One, if you're not caught up with issue 156, you better get going because we're going to spoil that shit. Two, this is a prediction video. We're doing speculations, so do not worry no matter what you saw in the title or what you might hear. Now again, we're going right into it, so if you haven't caught up yet, spoiler warning. Alright, so you guys know that a lot of fans are talking about Negan taking over the Whispers and saying that he challenged Alpha. Now, you know I did a prediction video. I love that idea that I put out. Yeah, it sounds so egotistical. It's my idea. I love it. It's great. They don't have to do that, but it's an idea that I really like. Now, I'm not going to discuss everything, so you can check out that video, but basically, to summarize, I want Negan to show up at Alexandria, call Rick out, say, hey, Rick, I'm here to give you some head. I mean, it's Negan, right? And then pull Alpha's head out from behind his back and throw it down on the ground. Now, whatever happens after that, happens after that. But I'm hoping it goes in that sort of direction with the other predictions. So go watch that video to find out. Now, I hate the idea of him taking over the Whispers because it makes it seem like the Whispers are incompetent. Now, we know Beta's not. Beta was going to make one of the smartest decisions any Whisperer has done to date and kill Negan immediately. He's like, actually, he did say kill him immediately, right? Now, I can't see the Whisperers being foolish enough to say, okay, we know Negan comes from Alexandria. We know Alexandria is our current enemy. We know that our leader just went and killed 12 other people a little while ago. So they are probably not happy with us right now. And here is a person we took in from their community. All they know is what he told them, you know, but they know for a fact he's from their community. He was alone with their current leader, and then he ended up killing their current leader. I mean, I don't imagine many groups, villages, clusters, tribes of people that would just blindly follow this guy now. You know, he was a complete outsider. If he was someone who they found on the side of the road, they brought him in, he was integrated to the into the tribe or village for a while, and then he killed her and challenged her, sure. Now again, with challenging, it feels like something that would be announced. It feels like something that would be official, but we did see Alpha kill somebody that caught her crying and lied and said they challenged her. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's not official. Because my thinking was the way she was asking Beta, are you challenging me? It made it seem like Beta's response would be like, yes, if he was challenging her. Yes, and then they would go before the tribe, okay, this person challenged me, and they would have some type of fight. I don't see the sense in them standing face to face. Alpha says, Beta, are you challenging me? Beta says, yes. What then? If it's not made official, what then? I see it like a duel, you know what I mean? But instead of guns, maybe they go in a group, you know, in front of the tribe, so it's witnessed, and they fight to the death, either with swords or knives or whatever. Whatever. If they're standing face to face and Beta would have said yes, do they fist fight? You know what I'm saying? What's next? So that's where I have a problem with the whole challenging thing. Now again, there could be an official, I don't know, structure to how you challenge and what happens after that. And Alpha could have blatantly said, well, he challenged me and broke the rules. And we didn't see this, but he challenged me and broke the rules because the Whisperer she said this to looked pretty surprised. So maybe there was something where she made it seem like this guy challenged her, broke the rules, and attacked her while she had her back turned, and she got the upper hand and killed him. So there's a problem already forming with the whole challenging thing. And I think the problem is because we don't have the specifics, and it seems weird if they're face to face and they challenge. Like, what? Do they just start fist fighting? Imagine your leader, everyone's chilling, and all of a sudden you look over and your leader and somebody else is just fist fighting, and you're like, oh, he's just challenging her. So I have a problem because it makes the Whisperers look very incompetent, very stupid. And again, look at how they're living. Maybe they are easy to brainwash, but if you have a tribe of people, maybe they're not even good people to begin with, and you say, hey, if you want it, you can take it, you can roam the countryside and do whatever the hell you want, live vile. If you get people into that lifestyle, then maybe that's who they are. It doesn't mean they are dumb, though. Maybe they see this as an environment they could take advantage of for their own purpose, you know what I'm saying? So safety in numbers. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why some of these people would be there. And again, a lot of them could be just really touched, you know? They could be morally bankrupt individuals living there. It doesn't mean they're dumb, though, and they'll blindly follow this Negan character. Which, again, speaking of Negan and Alpha, I did reread issue 156. I can't shake the feeling that it was condensed. You know, I say forced or rushed, but I mean condensed. It does feel like that, and I can't shake the feeling that it was done on purpose because of San Diego Comic-Con. Right now, as it stands, next week, they're going to have San Diego Comic-Con, and everyone's going to be talking about Negan beheading Alpha and the Whisper War, and it's structured perfect, you know what I mean, to that point, but it feels like they condensed Negan's story and his interactions, his integration into the Whisper Village or the Whisper Camp. It felt like they condensed it just to put it out before Comic-Con, so that way it can have that moment. And I understand it, absolutely. You know, you wouldn't end this issue, this type of issue, off with Negan interacting or integrating into the Whisper lifestyle without a big cliffhanger, because then what are they really going to talk about? You can have the Whisper War looming, so you could talk about that and everything like that, but it just feels like, I don't know, in my opinion, again, rereading it, I really wish this would have been 2 issues. It feels like he needs to earn it more as far as Negan. I mean, it was just too easy. He's out there alone with the leader, just got his knife back. You know, he had his knife taken and it was given back, all in the same issue. If you reread it, it just feels like it was way too condensed, and it was condensed because they wanted everyone to talk about it at Comic-Con. They wanted that death in there. That's all I have to say about that. But yeah, I am good with Negan leading either the Kingdom. They need a leader, which Michonne can lead that. That's cool. But I'm good with, and I only put that in there because a lot of people are just picking communities now that need leaders. But I'm okay with him leading the Saviors again. I think I'm 50-50 at this point. I think 50% of me doesn't like the idea if it's just to go to war with Rick Grimes. But I think 50% of me likes the idea of Negan saying, here, Rick, I'm going to give you a head. You know, I'll help out with the Whispers, whoop-de-whoop, and I'll get the Saviors back on track, you know. And I'm jumping a lot here because he doesn't even know what's going on with the Saviors at this point. I'm sure he doesn't know about Dwight not wanting to lead and all that. But if he goes back to lead the Saviors, I would like it to be the Negan that was standing in front of Rick, where he had that moment where he was like, fuck, you're right, Rick. And I think Negan got boxed into a corner. I think we're going to see this in his backstory. I truly believe that at this moment, I think maybe it's possible that he came into this new world, some bad shit was happening, shit got out of control with communities, and he finally put his foot down and said, you know what, fuck the bullshit, everyone's going to fall in line or you're going to pay. And maybe it started out as something simpler than that, and it snowballed into what we saw when he finally met up with the survivors. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been a bunch of communities and shit was going bad, and they needed somebody bad, like fighting fire with fire. And again, it just got out of hand, and it became too easy, and Negan got too blinded by just being like, I can't trust these people running these communities. I can't trust these people running their own lives. I need to put down the rules. And that is it. You know what I'm saying? Because they have that vibe worked out with the Saviors, you know. They're here to save. He started drinking his own Kool-Aid, maybe, and that was the revelation we got later on, where he's like, you know what, Rick? You're right. You're absolutely right, you know? Because I have something now. Maybe this is what Negan was thinking. I have something now that I didn't have before. Before, I had a bunch of communities that were going apeshit. But now I have you guys, who are decent people. You can hold your own. You're a competent leader. You could keep your people in line. I didn't have that before. I'm thinking it's something along the lines of that, me personally. So if that's the case, I think I'm fine if he takes over as the leader of the Saviors again, or something different. I mean, there's not many options because we don't know what's coming with the radio people, because it feels like, unfortunately, the story with the Whispers is going to be coming to a close after the Whisper War. I was hoping it would continue. They would get defeated or something, or maybe they would actually win a battle and we would have a second battle after the Whisperer War. Not immediately, but a few issues later, maybe even like 5 or 10 issues later, we would have a secondary battle with the Whisperers. But it's starting to look like the Whisperers are done. And that's disappointing because I feel like they really built something strong with the Whisperers as a villain, as a threat. I really liked it, and I'll be sad to see it go. You know what I mean? It's almost too soon, in my opinion. But hey, excited to see what's coming up behind them, I'll tell you that. Anyway, give me your thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. What do you think about Negan becoming the leader of the Whisperers, or the Saviors, or hell, even the Kingdom? Move over, Michonne. Anyway, thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.